Change the live chat. See who's here. Oh, see who shows up. I'm gonna make supper. Who's here? There's people here. I can see that there's people. Well, YouTube lies to me though. Usually it lies the other direction though. Usually it tells me that there's nobody here when there are people already talking, so I know that there are. No one's here. Oh, okay. Okay, no one. You know, you should be kinder to yourself, Sean. You're somebody, okay? You're somebody. Paul, you're not a figment of anything. I accidentally did something. I hit the learn more about the privacy guidelines. Don't do that. Gretchen's here, Paul's here, Sean's here. That's all we need, really. How's everybody doing? I'm going to make supper. Paul is eating figs. Well, there goes the lid. I know. Okay. It's almost done. Java Junkie's here. I'm going to make supper. I'm going to try to make something out of a garbage steak. I'm going to try to make something decent out of a garbage steak. I got the wasn't a good steak to start with, and now it's just about expired, so it's on the discount rack. That's what I got. This guy. 100% Western Canadian beef, double A, not even triple A steak, beef strip loin that at its best was $10 and was $4.95 because it's about to expire. And try to make it into something decent. Let's go get started because I want to get some stuff frying for when this is ready to get thrown into something. Let's just go. Let's just start cooking. Okay. Let's do, I got an onion. Let's do the whole thing. We'll do the whole onion today. Gonna try to make this steak into something edible. I don't want that layer either. All right, we'll go get this guy rocking. Some onion. We'll do the Fior chili oil. Healthy dose. We'll do red pepper. this knife is not sharp anymore. This, yeah, that needs a sharpen for sure. Red pepper. Got a yellow one in there too. There's a yellow one in there too. That's going to take a little while. Try to make this steak into something edible. Some garlic. This is going to take a while to cook down because I don't want my vegetables crunchy. So we're going to cook all of the texture out of these bad boys. So let those rock for a bit. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm gonna eat decent food. I'm gonna try to make that steak into something decent. We'll see. We're going to use a Mike's never had this food before as one of the sauces that I'm using, and make like sort of a stir fry kind of dealy. We'll see. We'll see what it turns into. Here we go. Peppers and onions, rocking on there. Oh, what is happening? You should put the steak in some kind of marinade. Ideally, I would have been marinating this steak. Yes, absolutely. There should not be mushrooms because mushrooms can suck it. mushrooms. First of all, I am allergic to some mushrooms. Respond improperly to my gut biome, let's say. So mushrooms can suck it. Keeltronics is here. At the rate that steak is decaying, yeah, it literally, its best before date is tomorrow. And it was not a good steak to start with. Canada Double A, that's like, it takes, I'm not sure how you'd only get 2 A's on your beef. But, and it was $10 at the best of times. So, majority here object to the quality of your steak. I object to the quality of the steak. I absolutely agree with them. This is shit steak. I'm going to try to make it less shit. Father's Day in Oz. Happy Australian Father's Day to the fathers in Australia. It's not really steak, it's unprocessed Soylent Green. It says beef on it. It looks like beef. I think it is, but Sean's doing the research. The main difference between the grades is the amount of marbling. Prime beef has slightly abundant marbling. Yeah, sure. I mean, whatever. It's like, I've had AAA steaks that were not very good. It's like, to only get 2 A's on your beef, that's this is Alberta. This is Alberta beef. This is. Oh. It's true, Pinnell. It's true. And I know what you're doing. See? You tried this last time we did bingo. I intentionally avoid things. I intentionally avoid things that I know that you're trying to get me to say. So don't. Let it happen, my friend. I'll be battling Father's Day peeps shortly. Out for lunch with my sis today. Was my birthday a couple days back. Well, happy birthday, Father's Day, sister hangout day. You didn't get a bingo card? Well, I sent it to you. It's not my fault you don't check your email. And I made a post saying if you didn't get your bingo card, you should let me know so you can get one before the show. And then you didn't. Not my fault you don't check stuff. Father to a 26-pound cat. That sounds like a big cat. I don't know how much cats are supposed to weigh, but that sounds big. My husband recently told me ticks carrying Lone Star fever are making their way from North Texas to Maryland. They're coming for you. They're like in a line. They're like marching in step, like regimented. Patreon is like YouTube. Put money in, get nothing out. That's lies. We both know it is. You got 3 minutes of that one video that time. Before it told you couldn't have it. Apparently side effect of the Lone Star fever they carry make you allergic to beef and dairy. They can fuck right off, those bugs, then. Assured me this is not a joke. That doesn't sound like a joke at all. Lone Star fever sounds really, really bad. You can't eat beef or dairy anymore? Get out of here, bug. Maybe didn't need a whole onion and 2 whole peppers. We'll see when it cooks down what it actually looks like, but that looks like a lot. It's a cosmic joke on Texas cattle farmers. Isn't they already? I don't know. There was something there. They were already a joke. No. The joke is that they have to be Texas cattle farmers. I don't. The name derives from the white spot on the adult female tick's back. Symptoms can include fever, headache, and muscle aches. May develop days to weeks after the bite. Well, you get out of here, bugs. Leftovers for lunch? We'll see. Peppers and onions always look like more than they end up being for me because, like, I cook the shit out of them. Like, I'm gonna cook those down until they're not very much. They're more, like I said, I don't want my vegetables to crunch. So I'm gonna turn those into bordering on a paste. Not quite a paste. Now we have to use cougar spray to repel deer who bring ticks into our yards. You gotta get the deer out of here with your bugs and making me allergic to meat. Is it cougar spray for older women that like younger men? When I was a younger man, I had to bring cougar spray with me to the bar when I went. Your face is a paste. It was yeah, it was all right. It wasn't like. Yeah, see, I see what you're doing, Pinnell. You just gotta let it happen. In case nobody knows, in case other people don't know, Pinnell is trying to get bingo squares. He's got his bingo sheet and he's trying to get the bingo sheet to pay off for himself. And when I see people doing that, I intentionally avoid doing what they're trying to get me to do. Did you ever get that plane back? Yes, I did. That's the one. Were you not here when I showed off the refurb? Because I showed it off and I see what you're doing. You must have missed that. Well, I'll send you some pictures of it at a later date. Smart guy. You were close. You were closer than Pinnell, though, in terms of your goal. I've wanted to watch several of your video all day. Several of my video? My annoying son blocked me. Well, they're there for whenever you want to see them. As a channel member, You get the YouTube one that everybody gets, and you get the full length atrocity. The entire 47-minute set or whatever it was. Because you got a fancy green name and a fancy blue star. But you also kind of don't really have an excuse about your son blocking you today, because you've had the ability to watch those things since Tuesday, I think. Wednesday? Tuesday, I think. But they're there for whenever you want them. Did you have a video today? Nope. Not for you. You've been blocked. I think. Can you do that? Can you block somebody from seeing your videos? I don't know that you can. I know you can block people from commenting, or well, at least you can make people, when they comment, it doesn't show up to anybody else. I know you can do that. Did finish the 32-foot wheelchair ramp for my mother-in-law this week. Sweet. You looked on Twitter, but you didn't see it? That's a good place to look to not find things that I do. If ever you want to not find stuff that I do, you just head over to Twitter. My shop smells better than your shop again. Just saying. So tonight's Mike's never had this food before. I'm gonna try the teriyaki experience. Teriyaki Experience is, I believe, the brand. Sweet chili teriyaki sauce from the Teriyaki Experience. We'll see. I have no familiarity with this at all. I've never had any of their products. But I like sweet chili and I like teriyaki. And so sweet chili teriyaki sauce. Sure. I'm gonna make a little stir fry kind of situation. I got a bag of rice, bag of basmati, pre-made rice. Hack up this steak and a bunch of onions and peppers, and so we'll see. We'll see. Have you ever cooked with teriyaki before? I have, in fact, cooked with teriyaki before. Smart ass. Oh, Pinnell, did I get you? Did I get you with the link? No, you didn't click it. When I sent out the bingo cards, I sent links to the rules to everybody. But his I changed. So teriyaki should cover the, yeah, theoretically. I am recording it. This is being recorded. Idiot. These are getting there. It takes a little while. Maybe I'll leave a little bit. Maybe I'll leave a little bit of crisp, but I don't like it. Basmati is good rice. I mean, the pre-made, like, Walmart brand, just heat it up because it's already ready for you. Rice is like, I mean, it's rice. Like, it's meh. Texmati rice from Texas. That would make sense. Also very good. I like basmati. I like jasmine rice. I like rice-a-roni. I like those Uncle Ben's, like, just crack the top. They're basically the same as these packs. The Uncle Ben, the brand name version of these guys that are like just pre-done. You just like crack the corner and stick it in the microwave and zap it, and you got rice. And Uncle Ben's has a good, like a garlic and herbs one that I really like. Fiber Hijinks, welcome back. I'm trying to make a steak, not garbage. Making supper. Got peppers and onions cooking away over there. Got my new teriyaki, sweet chili teriyaki sauce that I'm going to try. And I got a garbage steak that I'm going to hack up and throw into it. And yeah. How about that video today, though? Huh? I try not to let it bother me that every time, without fail, every time I put out a video of me playing guitar, making music, YouTube tells me every time you put out a video, it tells you where it is in its performance in relation to the last 10. So like 1 of 10 is your best performing video out of the last 10 that you've put up, and 10 of 10 is your worst performing video of the last 10 that you've put up. Every single time I put out a music one, it's 10 of 10. Just fucking nobody gives a shit. It's just always terrible. I try not to. It's a little bit, but I get it. I will listen to today's video many times starting tomorrow. Okay. You just put it on repeat. I don't know if that actually like makes the number go though. At least you're putting them up. I am, absolutely, and I will not stop. I'm past the point. I am past the point of chasing numbers on this platform and like trying to do the game where you get big. Like, I don't care. It's my channel. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to try to have fun with it. And the people who want to come with me can come with me. And the people who don't can eat a bag of dicks. Yeah, I kind of looking at this like plate of or pan of peppers and onions. I kind of want fajitas now, but it's too late. It's only too late because I don't have tortillas, and yeah, it's fine. It'll be good. Even the whiteboard video has it. Yeah. This channel is the life of Mike. It's true. It's just whatever. It's my place. It's my spot on the internet, and I will do whatever I want. I watched you seemed really comfortable up there. I was absolutely not. I was shaking like I used to shake when I was drinking. It was, yeah. But I fought through, and I got it done. I felt bad because you said that would happen, and I was one of those who said I wanted to. It doesn't. It's okay. You'll get. I know you're one of the ones who's at least eventually going to watch it. Don't try to make money and get big. No, if it happens, then great. I don't even think I want it to happen. I don't think I want to even accidentally get big. 'Cause at this point, like, it would feel like if I just all of a sudden blew up and became like a big YouTuber guy, like, I don't even know. Like, I don't think I would like that at all. You will not eat a bag of dip. Well, because you don't have to, because you have chosen to join us. That was the only for the people who don't want to be here. If you don't like it, then here's your bag of dicks on the way out the door. It's a nice little niche channel followed by us weirdos. It's true. It's a niche is a good way to put it. Do you want some woodworking? Well, then maybe. You want some music? Maybe. Do you want some cooking content? Maybe. Do you want to talk about how much not drinking sucks? Maybe. Low carb fajitas. Aren't fajitas already pretty low carb? Like, I don't think there's too many carbs in a tortilla. 48 minutes is a solid set. It was 7 songs. I only forgot most of the words to one of them. How much we're drinking? How much was I drinking? How much was I drinking at my worst? Oh, at my worst, case a night, 12 a night, every night. I wasn't drinking 12 a night every night when I quit, but when I was at my worst, it was 12 a night every day after work. When I was serving bartending, I'd get off work and I'd bring my case of beer home and I would drink until 4 or 5 in the morning, and then I'd go to sleep, and then I'd wake up because I was a closer, and so I would drink by myself till 4 or 5 in the morning, go to sleep, wake up 2-ish, get up, get ready for work, go work, close down the restaurant, bring my case of beer home, drink it. You want weird facts about other states in the US? Sure. Dang, now I want fajitas. I also kind of want fajitas, but I'm going to do with what I got. Is the chili oil kept in the cabinet that I had to open? Yes. Yes, it was. And I suppose that technically, the way the bingo square is phrased, Doesn't specify that it had to happen on screen, did it? So there you go. You got yourself a square. But now that you pointed it out, now everybody gets that square. What you should have done is you should have just marked it, and then if you win, and I say, well, no, I didn't open a cabinet, you could have pointed out that yes, I technically did, and then I wouldn't have had an argument. But now everybody gets that square, Pinnell. I hope you're proud of yourself. Was there dishwalla? There was not dishwalla. There was, oh, you don't get to watch. You don't get to watch the one that had the cover things. You only get to watch the one that only had my songs. The one that has the covers is behind paywalls. Because if I would have put them in front of paywalls, all of the money that they would have made would have been taken by those people. So I don't actually want to win. Well, good, because I'm going to make it so you don't. If you don't want to win, there will be an option to, if you win, you can like either transfer, what I'll do is I'll make there be an option to like double it for the next guy or whatever. So the next month will be a double thing or something. I don't know. I detoxed at home, was drinking anywhere from 12 beers or a fifth. Day 16. That a guy. Keep at it. Yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks. But it's a fight worth fighting, I think. If alcohol was/is a problem for you, not everybody needs to quit drinking. But if it's a problem for you, it's a fight worth fighting. For the peasants, that's right. The peasants only get my best 3 of my own songs. Mike has become a subscription service 5 years ago. He's like Adobe. Does Adobe have a basic free version? I guess maybe it does. Does it? I don't know that it does, actually. Been sober for about 6 years now. I was a bottle of bourbon a day guy. That's a good, depending on the size of the bottle. Actually, it doesn't really depend on the size of the bottle. That's a lot. Acrobat Reader is free. It just doesn't do much. Well, I mean, you could make that argument for this channel. Except, like, a weekly video for free, plus this live show for free every week. I'll sell some fucking bonuses, okay? I was at my job yesterday and this old guy offered to sell me his table saw. But you don't need it. Well, maybe you do need a table saw. Reader is free. Yeah. I drink like 2 glasses of beer a week and I'm happy with that. See, maybe one day I will try again to just have a couple and be okay. But I know that right now me can't do a couple. Because, like, if I do a couple, I want the other 13. And I'll go get them. I'm going to buy it. What kind of table saw is it? Ooh. Just got a new bandsaw not that long ago. Are you going to get new table saw? Okay, Paul's back. 2 horsepower General International. Oh, I think I may have seen that one on Marketplace. Or on one of the buy and sell groups. I think I saw a General 2 horse. Like 500? Like just a couple of days ago. Hasn't listed it yet. Well, okay, there is a General International table saw on Marketplace for $500 right now. What are you paying for his? Maybe look at that one if it's more than $500 that he wants for his. Gotta roll. Have a great week. All right. Happy birthday, my friend. Thank you, Greg. I took your advice. Drink lots of coffee and chain smoke cigarettes. Yes. The chemicals need to still be going in. Even if they're different chemicals. Like, that's a thing. Your body is craving the chemicals. So, yeah. It's got a spot for a router. Comes with Veritas router fence, extra blades and stuff. And some dimensional alder. Nah. Probably just keep the alder. Alder's fine. For peasants, I guess. Alder's fine for you peasants. That was funny. Not sure it sounds like I have good advice. Yeah, I mean, it works. It's working for them, so maybe some people like alder. Maybe they do. It's light and soft. And it's like, I mean, it might as well be cedar. I like alder for guitar bodies. Yeah, because it's light. Somewhat hard to get here in Texas. It's more of a westy. Well, Texas is westy. Alder, I think, is probably more prevalent west of you, I guess. I want to say. I don't know what that is, Pinnell. That's very small. Is that like, it looks like headphones, maybe? Your little emoji thing. Wife is shipping me a bunch of wood from the Philippines. Hey! Probably some Moranti. A lot of Moranti coming out of the Philippines. Problem is I gotta make space for it now. With the table saw or the alder? Or both. Anywhere there's water here, there's alder. Yeah. Yeah. Fishing rod, question mark? I don't know how to answer the question. Fishing rod? Both. Yeah. Well, if you want to get rid of some more of that mahogany, and so you've got room for your alder. Oh, fishing rod question mark. I see. Yeah, that is what that is, I guess. The little emoji. You're right. Monkey pod, acacia, and something else. Probably Moranti. Alder is just a nuisance tree here. Your face is a nuisance. Oh, see? Oh, he's fishing he's fishing for bingo squares. That's what he's doing. And I don't know, like, I don't know which ones he's got that he needs in what direction. And also, I think I made, when I was randomizing the bingo sheets, there's 24 technically, because the middle one's the same on all of them. So there's 24 squares, and I think I put 28 options in the randomizer. So not only is everybody's sheet different, but they're like different in terms of where things are, but a few of them are subbed in and out on people. Good luck getting his ass on a ladder. I don't think that one made the cut this time around. I don't think climbs a ladder is actually on them this time. I did change them up a little bit. There were some changes. I couldn't tell you since YouTube took my bingo sheet. YouTube didn't take your bingo sheet. You don't check your inbox. Are you and the boy going to try Silk Song? I don't know what that is. So I can't say one way or the other. Right now we are playing Assassin's Creed for the first. We're playing our first Assassin's Creed game. It is more fun than I thought it was going to be. I actually am kind of enjoying the Assassin's Creed. Fun fact, the real name of Alder is... Oh! You just... yeah, see? You just about got me. The first one was good. We are playing Assassin's Creed 2 because I told him, he suggested Assassin's Creed as our next one, and I was like, I don't think I'm really going to like it. Like, maybe, I'll tell you what, like, because there's a ton of them. And I was like, if there's one where it's like Renaissance Italy, we'll play that one because, like, I at least am familiar. Like, I studied Renaissance Italy in university and stuff. So I'll be familiar with the time and the places and whatever. And Assassin's Creed 2 is literally like, it starts in Renaissance Florence, which is like my favorite time period and place. And they're like, it's like fictionalized, but like the people, the people and the characters, like I know these people from history, like the Medicis and stuff. Like I've studied these people. I know some of them. And the places are like relatively accurate looking. I studied like Renaissance Italian architecture. Just need him to open some mail or do actual woodworking now. Slim chance of either of those, because I don't have any mail to open and I'm making dinner. So, dang Templars. I know, right? The first few Assassin's Creed games were made in Montreal. It's interesting. I didn't know that. That game that I liked, what was it called? Spirit something. Nope. But it was like a small Montreal studio that made it. The side-scrolly one with the girl and the little light ball. The second player controls the little light ball guy. Child of Light? That was really good. And that was like a little small independent game shop in Montreal, I think. Are Monet and Renoir, Renaissance painters. No, Monet would be considered, he would be considered a romantic period painter. I don't know who Renoir is. Renaissance Florence is amazing. Wait until you see the actual David sculpture. Yeah. Well, I mean, David isn't my favorite Michelangelo sculpture. And I probably will never get to go. It would be the top. Florence would probably be the top place on the planet that I would like to see in person. But David is not my favorite Michelangelo sculpture. Michelangelo's Pieta is my favorite sculpture by him. With the Jesus draped over Mary's lap and the drapery and stuff coming off of it. It's just Silk Song is the sequel to Hollow Knight. Oh, we looked at that at one point as an option, the Hollow Knight game. Okay, this is getting to the point where I just want to get the rest of my same studio that made Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft Montreal. What did? The little Child of Light game? I didn't think that was an Ubisoft. I thought it was like a little indie studio. Little Montreal indie studio. See, I didn't know that it feels very indie. The Child of Light game was Ubisoft? It's a great Metroidvania style game. What is? Oh, the Hollow Knight? Yeah, we watched like the trailers of it and stuff, and I was like, nah, maybe. But then we found something else. I don't remember which time we were looking at it and what we ended up playing instead. Impressionist area. Monet, yep. Yeah, he was an impressionist guy. Water lilies and Bought myself another Nova chuck today. Tired of switching jaws. Give me all the chucks. Put one set of jaws on each one. I don't want to switch jaws either. The bearing replacement on the lathe has been officially scheduled. It is happening Thursday this week. Band practice is canceled. Seth canceled band practice this week. After band practice, he was like, I can't do next week. And so Mikey B is coming over here on Thursday, and we're doing the bearing swap. And probably some tidy-tied. So that'll be cool. Get the sawdust out of my table saw, that kind of thing. Hope you record the operation. I probably will. I'll probably do something. I'm not going to do like a full-on, but what I'll do is I'll just sort of do little clips of each step and then probably a voiceover thing. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say that this is done enough for me, I guess, for tonight, because I just want to get eaten. So there's my peppers and onions all done in there. We're gonna just chuck a bag of rice in. Yeah, we'll chuck 2 bags of rice in. What the hell, we'll have leftovers. Come on. You know the rice is good when it comes out like that. At least I know that I'm going to get to eat as much as I want. Like that heating through. The China Lily soy sauce. The only acceptable soy sauce. Shouldn't say that. It's not the only acceptable soy sauce. VH actually makes a pretty okay soy sauce. Kikkoman is basically like liquid farts. Don't buy Kikkoman soy sauce. You might as well just liquefy your farts and put it in a bottle. Let that heat through. Looks like the hot plate needs more heat. Well, yeah, I probably could have done with a little more, but he moved out to the shop now. Now it's just easier. I've got a cooking station, so I don't have to go all the way across the house. Crispy vegetables, no bueno. I agree. There is very little crisp left in there. Like I cut one in half with a dull spatula, so it's like usually I basically cook them into almost a paste. I agree with you. Need some extra MSG. That would be handy, but China Lily will have to do. Adds a little extra salt. Then we got the teriyaki experience. Sweet chili teriyaki sauce. The Mike's never had this food before for tonight. Sweet chili teriyaki sauce from Teriyaki Experience. No idea. Never had it. We'll give it a go. How are you going to season the whale blubber? Salt and pepper on the pan, and then douse it in sweet chili teriyaki. Bottled in teriyaki Italy. It's only the best. Well, if it's not bottled in teriyaki Italy, then it's not real teriyaki. It's sparkling soy sauce. Everybody knows that. I mean, some people don't. Some people think that you can get teriyaki from wherever. It's not true. If it's not made in teriyaki Italy, it's sparkling soy sauce. That's science. All right, getting there. Almost time for the garbage steak. Sparkling soy sauce. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not made in teriyaki Italy. The soil for the teriyaki trees is better. I mean, that's why the teriyaki from teriyaki Italy is so good, is because of the soil composition. Because the ash from Vesuvius, when it erupted, you guys know about Mount Vesuvius and its eruption and the city of Pompeii and whatever. That's what makes the soil so good in teriyaki Italy for growing teriyaki trees. Again, science. I tried to grow a teriyaki tree here. It wasn't the same. Like, it just, meh. It's actually the soiling from the teriyaki tree. I think you can get him confused with the plot from Assassin's Creed. So far, that it's not involved in the plot. The soil contains human remains, ashes, so your steak is indeed soylent green. Well, then I guess all food on the planet has decaying Well, maybe not people, but backsies. Gretchen, I see backsies. Remember, folks, don't come here to learn. You can come here and learn, though. You can't. Don't come here to learn, but you can come here and learn. I mean, we're just spouting facts, okay? I'm a little concerned about this steak. Like it's not gonna be good. We're not here to learn. Oh, to laugh. Oh. Don't poop emoji, Eric. That's mean. I think. I don't know. I don't want this steak. I want a better steak for this. This is going to be delicious, and now I'm going to wreck it with this steak. But, okay. It is what it is. Let's do the steak. Let's do the steak. That guy over here. This guy over here. Turn this, keep this warm. I am going to, this is the AA Canadian strip loin discount steak because it's just about to expire. It doesn't look terrible. I'm going to trim it a little bit because I don't trust that to not just become gristle. And then, yeah, that's not awesome. But we'll just do a quick hit fry. It's a little spongy. It's not great. Some Himalayan sea salt, some cracked black pepper. We'll hit it with a little bit of garlic. We'll roll it around in there. In the chili oil. And we'll be quick about it. This will be okay. Low quality beef. Just hit it real quick with some heat so it doesn't toughen up too much. And we'll douse it in sweet chili teriyaki. And we'll pour it over our rice and pepper onion mix. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. Good. Okay. Sweet chili teriyaki sauce. Over was only ever mediocre meat. Almost expired. Okay, it'll be fine. Let that cook for a second. It smells pretty good. Let's see. Just not a lot of spice in there. But that'll be okay. That look okay? Anybody else hungry? If you're really hungry, this probably looks pretty good. Yeah. I gotta make a bigger spoon. Go. Rice and peppers and onions. I think I'm just gonna go right over the top of it with the whole thing. Leave that off there while that cools down. That can stay sort of warming because I might come back for seconds of rice. Let's go like that. Turn them both off. All right, let's see. Let's see if it's any good. Need some chili. Yep. Yeah. Well, they're cooked in all the veggies and the steak in the chili oil. So Tyler, he's eating your half. Well, there's still some rice if you want. Tyler, you bring your own steak or chicken or whatever. We'll just chuck it up in the pan and toss some sauce on it. You can go with the rice if you want. Let's see. Get a piece of meat and a pepper and some rice, and we'll. It's hot. It's hot. Yep. I've made worse food. I have made worse food. That is a decent way to use that garbage steak. The sweet chili teriyaki. The name is fitting. I wish it was a little bit less on the sweet side and a little bit more on the chili side. But it's pretty tasty. And there's a lot of other flavors going on in here too, so it's hard to tell really. It's hard to give it a fair shake as like a sauce. When there was also China lily involved, there was also chili oil in the cooking. I'm gonna let this cool off for a minute because it's pretty hot. Let's get ourselves a fresca. and go make some lunch now. Hey, make some of this. This is pretty okay. I do eat for taste too, but yeah, mainly just to make sure I eat. Yeah, his stomach is like this big. Eat crushed red pepper would be pretty good. It's right at like, I think it just needs a little bit less sweet. I don't know that it necessarily needs more spice. I think maybe just a little bit less sweet. It's pretty okay though, considering it was like the last day for that steak before they had to throw it in the garbage. And it was never a good steak to start with. Like that steak at full price was $10. And these days, a $10 steak is not a very good steak. Well, it was, for those of you who are going to wonder, somebody's going to have to do the measurement translation, but is 0.225 kilogram steak. So whatever that means in ounces. 0.225 kilograms of steak. Left something out of the box. I don't know. Official Rockler carbide sharpening jig. Did you really? Like just to be funny? I would have tried it. You forgot to put it in the box. Well, I mean, no harm, no foul. Did a cricket just sneak in under the door? I think a cricket just snuck in under the door. Did remember to put a sticker in there for your bandsaw. Hey, sweet. I definitely gotta have a cricket in here now. .225 kilograms. This is an 8-ounce steak. Yeah, so not enormous. That's bordering on not even a steak. But there's definitely a cricket in my shop. Yeah, I know. We have a lot of crickets during certain times of the year, just in general. But then once in a while they get in. The steak is not as bad as it could have been. The quick fry and then the doused in sauce. Cricket probably contains more protein than the steak you're eating. I don't think it does. Even the most garbage 8-ounce steak, pretty sure has more protein than a cricket. I mean, even if you had to get that steak from Texas, it would still probably. Perhaps insects will be the protein of the future. I mean, they should be. We should absolutely be eating bugs more than we are as a species. Like, that's just science. We are wasting a lot of good nutritional value by being grossed out by bugs. Watching you eat is making me hungry. Okay, I'm gonna go make some lunch. Leftover roast pork. Yeah, there you go. Toasted Turkish roll. Yeah, that sounds okay. You messed it up with the pickles. You just leave off the pickles. That's just nonsense. But everything else you said sounds good. Could send you some cricket flour if you like. I've heard of cricket flour. Apparently, again, like I said, science. Mm-hmm. And I almost got the peppers cooked all the way down. Like there's still just a little bit of give in them, but not so much. Like they don't crunch. So it's pretty good. It's about right. I wouldn't have wanted to stop any earlier. Where's Mikey B? He loves it when I eat on this show. That's pretty good though, guys. I gotta say. For just being pepper, an onion, a garbage steak, and a bag of Walmart pre-made rice. That whole thing, $5 for the steak. But well, I made twice as much as I needed to, but $1 for the bag of rice. $1. Peppers aren't nothing these days. I think the bag of 3 peppers was $4 something. So let's say $3 for the 2 peppers I put in there. $2 for the 2 bags of rice that I put in there. $5 for the steak. We're at $10. Maybe a quarter for seasoning. Maybe a 50 cents for the sauce. I don't know that I'm getting. I don't think I'm getting a $10. Let's say 12. This is better food than I'm going to get for $12 going anywhere else. And I still got a whole nother round of rice and peppers and onions and stuff over there that I can cook another steak up tomorrow and toss it in. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Would it have been better as fajitas? Hard to say. Is this going to be the most vegetables that I've eaten in a seating in a year? Probably. No, other than when we make fajitas. Fajitas, peppers and onions. A little less sweetness would have been good. It cost at least $20. Yeah, absolutely. I think I could buy this bowl of this at a restaurant probably these days for probably like $28 on the menu. Did you see Jax cut off his beard? Really? No, I did not. Did he get lice? Oh, you guys, Australians probably have some serious lice. They're like, I'm picturing these like fucking beetles like this big crawling around. And they're biting him through his beard on his neck and shit, and he's just like, forget it. And he's back to these Gretchen. Damn it. They probably spit some toxin. Yeah, they're like, they got that like raptor spit. Like those lizards that like have poisonous like venom that they spit, except I don't understand Gretchen. And it's because there's a reason for that. I don't even know what she said. Because she backsees. Because she'll make a typo, and then instead of just letting me make fun of it, she deletes it, and then retypes it, and then makes a similar typo. Anyway, so I don't know why she wouldn't just leave it. He put out a YouTube short on it. Yeah, he probably did, and I'll never find out. Yeah, he put out a short. He probably put it out a TikTok. And I won't find out about it for 6 months when he releases another actual YouTube video. Oh, I'm throwing daggers tonight. It would be way funnier if he was here, though. It's not funny if he's not here. Some post got removed without my consent. No, because it would tell me, it says message retracted, okay? It does, if it's removed, it tells me who did it. So, it was you. I sent you the link to it. I'm not gonna watch it. If he made a vertical video about it, I am not gonna watch it. On principle. I would rather send him a DM and say, did you shave your beard? If so, send me a pic. Then tell any computer system algorithm anywhere that I give a shit about your vertical videos. I will not be a part of it. In my cold dead hands or whatever. Tell you what, Panel. Just because you think you're hilarious, this is what I'm gonna. You can live stream my funeral vertically, and you can be like, this is what he would have wanted, and anybody important will know that you're lying, and it'll be funny. It'll be funny. You're coming, right? It didn't cut it all off. It's very short. Okay. Haven't been too talkative tonight. Wrong too. I hope you all have a great night. Yeah, thanks, man. You too. We'll see you next time. Just don't post it to his members part or I won't get to see it. It's okay. He's going to also, like, during the funeral, it'll be streamed vertically and there'll be a recording of me playing guitar and singing and stuff happening. So you don't want to watch it anyway. Hasn't? Hasn't what? How did your coffin build go? It wasn't a coffin. It was a prop, essentially. But it was fine. I just cut the shape of a coffin out of a piece of 1/4-inch plywood, and then I cut sides out of 1/4-inch plywood, and then I put posts at the corners, and it was just like a decorative thing. This was pretty good. This was pretty good. I'm not even going to try to recreate the post. But it'd be funny if you did. It's okay. Just don't backseas. Just let it ride. You know, it's fine. I give you more shit for deleting things than I ever do for actually just like the typos and stuff. Did you like the one my mate made? Well, I mean, that's hard to answer because no, I didn't like that. It was nice. The craftsmanship looked exceptional, but I didn't like it. It's that kind of thing is hard to be like, wow, sweet. You know, like it's hard to be enthusiastic about that kind of shit. Like, because that sucks. Like, I was talking to somebody else today about death. And I was like, it's so weird because it's literally the only thing that we all have in common is the only experience we are all going to share in common is that we are going to die. And people around us are going to die. And so we are all going to experience losing people we love to death. We're not all going to experience it the same. We're not all going to cope with it the same. Our emotions are not going to be the same. But the experience of losing people to death is the only thing that we are all going to have in common. And so, although we can't know how other people are feeling as they are mourning or however, whatever you want to say about it. But we all, that's the one thread that goes between all of us. And so there is some connectivity um, as humans in relation to that. Um, but it still sucks. Like, just because it's a thing that is gonna happen, and it's gonna happen to all of us, probably a lot, doesn't make it cool. You know, it doesn't make it like fucking sweet. You know, like that's a fucking rad coffin that he made for that person who shouldn't be dead. You know, the last 2 weeks been very weird. Too much time with my son. Does he suck? Or like that's a weird question. I mean, I guess I get it. Too much time with any one person, even if they're cool. I mean, I can't imagine spending even a guy as awesome as me. Like if you had to spend too much time with me, eventually it would start to suck, probably. It was very sad. She was only 18. I know. That, like, fucking guy sends me a picture and he goes, check out this coffin that my buddy made for his daughter who was 18. I'm like, it's hard to get enthusiastic for that. All humans experience the same life at its very essence. Do I agree? No. No, I don't agree with that. We don't experience the same life. All humans experience a life. And they do with it what they will. And throughout that life, we will have similar things that we experience as humans. But the only thing that we're all guaranteed to experience is the end. Mikey B is here. You missed most of me eating. I still have some, though. You respond with, that is beautiful craftsmanship. I responded with nothing, I think. I responded with nothing. I'm sorry, Eric. I wanted to respond. I did. It was a beautiful piece of work. Did you give constructive feedback on the coffin joinery? No. What? Like, can you imagine? Somebody's like, Jay, check out the coffin that I made for my dead 18-year-old daughter, and you're like, nah, dovetail's a little gappy. Like, you fill that with a little sawdust and glue, or are you just gonna leave it? Recently heard a theory that all humans share the experience of every aspect of every version of life, and together we are essentially a shared consciousness seeing every possible version of life. Sure. Yep. That sounds like just as good a theory as anything else. Don't forget taxes as well. You don't have to pay those. You can not. Especially if you've got a ton of money. You can actually get paid to not pay your taxes. It's apparently, like, it seems great. Like, if you got a bunch of it, we'll give you more instead of taking it from you to be of benefit. Death and taxes unless you're a billionaire in the U.S. See? That was the joke. We made the same joke, kind of. I'm going to have myself a smokerette. It's an hour and 47 in before my first smokerette. That was a pretty good bowl of food. So now you know. The cheap garbage steak that probably isn't good as a steak. Slice it into strips. Sear it real quick. Douse it in teriyaki sauce. Put it over rice. Well, look at it scientifically. I already was. Most common 4 elements in the universe that we know of. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Oh, it's very in us. Yep. And then there's electricity. And then there's a soul. We think. We don't know. We think there is. Or whatever it is that you believe. You've almost quit smoking at this point. Because I went an hour and 47 minutes? I am no closer. I gotta go get new pod things for my vapes. Because I don't use them often enough and then they get clogged up. Because if you use them a lot, like if you're good at using them, they don't get all cloggy. But I'm not good at using them, so I go a while in between using them, and then I pick it up, and then and nothing's coming through because it's all gunked up. But that was good. I have another. Mike's never had this food before that I could have for dessert. But I'm pretty full. So I think I'll save that one for next time. Mikey B, you're coming on Thursday for bearing change, right? Because I told these guys. Don't make me a liar. Don't make me a liar to my friends on the internet. I told them that you were coming. And that we were changing the lathe bearings. Don't make me liar. I think so. They banned vapes in Oz. You can only purchase from a pharmacy with doctor's prescription. But you can get cigarettes at like the grocery store. Okay, I don't know. That's a question. Can you get cigarettes like not at the pharmacy? Because if so, that's fucking backwards. I know. I think we talked about how expensive they are there, though. It's like $30 a pack or some nonsense for a pack of cigarettes there. More than that, even, I think. I don't remember, but I remember it being redonk. Yeah, you can get cigarettes anywhere, but you gotta go to the pharmacy to get a vape. Are nicotine lozenges available in Oz over the counter? I don't know if they are here. I think you can get the Tylenol aisle. I think they have nicotine gums and lozenges. I think. Maybe I need a combination of efforts. When I slack on my vaping, I can buy some lozenges and gums and stuff for like in between for when I'm slacking. Like do a like all hands on deck kind of substitution. Just give me all of the things that have nicotine in them, and then at any given time I will use one of them. And then hopefully more of the cigarettes will go away because I'll have the gum and I'll have the lozenges and I'll have the vape and I'll have a patch and I'll just hook up something to my car engine that it just like gases me through the vents. Get one of my nurse friends to come and like hook me up with like an IV drip in my sleep. To just like Nicorette and that stuff is just in front of the pharma counter in places like Shoppers Drug Mart. Okay, maybe I'll have a look at that again. Last time I tried nicotine gum, I think I gave myself a heart attack, like an undiagnosed heart attack. Because I may have told this story before on the show. I decided to quit smoking with gum and exercise. Because I was like, I need something to be doing to keep, like, instead of doing this, I need to do something as well. So I would pop a couple of nicotine gums. First of all, I don't know if it's still the same with nicotine gum, but you're supposed to do like chomp chomp to release some of the nicotine and then store it. And then pull it back out and chomp chomp to release some nicotine and then store it. And I was just like popping them like and chewing on them like real gum, like a couple in at once. And then I'd go for a run to keep myself busy and keep from thinking about it. And so like I was basically overdosed on nicotine because I was like chewing multiple nicotine gums and like it was coursing through me as I was raising my blood pressure from running and stuff. And I like collapsed on somebody's lawn. It was. I'm glad I quit smoking. Mr. Fancy Pants over here and his. Well, I don't smoke anymore. My pops has tried a few things, but at 70, the chances of him quitting is slim. I would agree. And I think, I don't know, maybe it's like a little like fatalistic to think this way, but like I think if I got to 70 and I was still smoking, I'd be like, well, I mean, I might as well now. Like, I probably can't have that many. I don't want to. No, I don't want to do that. That was gonna get. It's your dad we're talking about. I didn't want to be like, he probably doesn't have that much longer, like. But realistically, you don't know how much longer you have if you get to 70. So, yeah, fucking smoke, I guess, if that's what. At this point, it's probably easier on his system to quit smoking. Yeah, he might die from like not smoking if he quit at 70. I don't know. Evening buskers and troubadours. I am thinking about getting back into busking a little bit. Because back when I did that, like, I survived. It's a different world now, though. Like, people used to carry around change. Now everything is electronic, so like I don't know if there'd be enough money in people's pockets to throw you anymore. Like I'd have to like have an e-payment system, and I don't know. At 70, why spend time torturing yourself if you've been trying for 40 years to quit? Yeah. But maybe trying to quit has become part of his identity. Maybe he needs to keep trying to quit because it's part of who he is now. I don't know. They can sub to your Patreon. Yeah, there we go. I'll just put a little QR code up and they can scan it. It'll take them to Patreon. Get the cube for your phone. I have that, but I have to figure out a way for it to like, because I can get people to tap on the square thing, but then I have to manually like put in the amount and stuff, right? So I need to figure out a way that I can just have it auto reset to be ready to take a tap for $2 or whatever, and just have a little sign that just says like tap to give me $2 or whatever, and figure out how that works. If there's got to be a way to set it to be just constantly ready to take a $2 payment or a $5 payment or whatever. But then what if somebody wants to give me more or less than that? Then I have to stop playing and type in a new number on the thing. My uncle used nicotine patches, nicotine gum, and smoked at the same time. Sarcastic comment, but I don't have an addictive personality. I'm not addicted to smokes. I'm addicted to all of it. Seen some places have QR code for $1, $2, $5, $10 donations. Like a little sort of sign, and it's like you scan whichever one you want to pay. And then how does it pay you? I guess somebody do my research for me. I did volunteering recently, and they had a QR code that people could scan and fill in however much they wanted to donate. But what is the platform? Do you remember you were volunteering? So whoever they was, what was the platform they were using to receive those payments? You should ask some buskers on YouTube how they do it. But I want you guys to do my research for me. Saw a busker playing Dancing Queen on the didgeridoo and thought that's Aboriginal. That was okay. That was all right. I mean, it was garbage because it was ABBA. It was an ABBA-based joke. And everything ABBA is shit. Which immediately makes that joke also shit. But it was not, it was okay. An arts festival we went to that had that at the entrance. It's like scan the QR code to pay however much you want to pay. Code was either straight to Venmo or to PayPal. I do have a PayPal. I don't have a Venmo. I do have a PayPal. Okay, more research required, but maybe. by the time next summer rolls around, because I'm not going to start getting into it again now, because we're just about to start going into the rainy season, and I'm not going to do that. But maybe next spring I'll start thinking about like a little mobile rig with a little PA, little battery powered PA, and a little table that has a sign on it with QR codes or something. I don't know who the vendor was that they were using. I do remember it was geared to nonprofits. I feel like there should be some simple way to set one up. I mean, there must be. Busk, Dip Jar, Square seem to have platforms for this. I have Square. That's what that's my payment system for when I do markets. But I don't know how to set it up so you don't have to manually put in what you're buying or whatever, right? So like in my Square, I could have a button for $2 busking fee, $2 busking payment or something, but then I'd still have to like activate that sale every time somebody wanted to use it. So I don't know how to just have it be sitting there stationary, always active for just like beep, 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 $2, $2, $2. But we get a couple people to buy that $5 performance from the Arts Festival over at patreon.com/woodenthings-and-stuff. 47-minute set for $5 on Patreon. That's pretty good. Or $5.99 Canadian dollars as a member. Oh, and here's the pitch, you guys. If you become a member on my channel at the $5.99 level, you get to watch the whole set, the whole 47-minute set of my performance at the Arts Festival. You get charged $6 Canadian, and then YouTube gives me a bonus $10 right now for my my introductory membership period or whatever. So anybody that signs up for $6, I actually make 70% of that $6 plus $10. Get them to sign up to a recurring plan, not just donate. Well, that was the first suggestion, was just like put a link to your Patreon. And then people can sign up to be Patreons at whatever level. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I figure if I went out once or twice a week for an hour or two and could like pay for my smokes for that day or more than that, like at least that's another revenue source. Like I have a pretty well diversified revenue portfolio at this point. So just add another one that's like $50 a week even. It's a couple $100 a month for say 4 hours of playing every week. And hopefully I'd be practicing and getting better, and something I'm thinking about. I didn't get to see any of it. You got to see the first 3 minutes. And you got to see it over at Patreon anyway, so. Or you can. YouTube doesn't like you. It's true. YouTube seems to have a problem with Paul. I don't know why. I would never tap my phone on some random busker's thing. Hopefully the random busker wouldn't have his thing out for you to tap your phone on. Like, that's a weird performance. I'd be afraid it's a scam. I can get that. Or like, what if he said the sign says that it's $2, but it's actually $100? Like you tap your phone on it and it says that it's taken $2, but then $100 is out of your account. Like, it's a good point. Why does my live say that I've only been live for 16 minutes? My counter thing says I've been live for 16 minutes. Weird. Anyway, that's just some thoughts that I've been having. Maybe next spring, I might get back into busking. And just go play once or twice a week down on the Seawalk with the people running by, and maybe they stop and give me a tappy tap for a couple of bucks. You weren't live for the first hour 45. It was pre-recorded. That's how good I am at this, is I know ahead of time how the conversation's going to go. And that's how good I've gotten at this. It's 2090. Marvo's here. It's 2090 and buskers are having people laser eye Wi-Fi tokens for oxygen and water to their forehead receptors. It's true. You can pay me in oxygen tokens. In the distance, another rocket full of billionaires heads to Bee Colony on Mars with their tanks full of oxygen that they have stolen from the rest of us. Now we have to trade it for music and goats. Marv, you would have been proud of dinner tonight, my friend. Probably. Had vegetables and shit in it. Yeah. Like peppers and onions and steak and rice. Saw your box made it through customs. Hey! Think they're gonna leave us any goats? It's a good point. They probably will take the goats. Nice meal. Thank you. It was a cheap garbage steak from Walmart that I cut up in slices, and it was good. You go back and watch it, but it was good. Sweet chili teriyaki from the Teriyaki Experience Company. Canadian produced product, according to Teriyaki Experience. And not a bad sauce, a little on the sweet side. It does say sweet chili teriyaki, and teriyaki itself tends to be a little bit sweet. But can you spill some of that? I mean, technically, when I was over stirring at the pan, one could argue. We used to have buskers in the subway stations in Montreal. Yeah, subway buskers are awesome. Okay, I'll finish. Mott of them. I shouldn't have finished. We're only playing when trains were pulling in, bringing new crowds. Well, why waste your sound? But yeah, subway buskers are awesome because, like, probably the coolest busking experience I ever saw was a cello player in the subway in Edmonton. And it just, like, because it's this whole, like, echo chamber and it's all tiled and echoey and stuff. And so, like, sound just projects and bounces in cool ways. And there's a cello player in the subway. And it was just like, I was like, this is the shit right here. It was like built-in amplification and reverb and stuff. It's phenomenal. Man, my life has been crazy. I can't even participate fully in a live. Whenever you're ready, there's no rush. There will be more of these that you will be able to fully participate in. Life's got to come first. This is nonsense. Fun fact, we'll see. The first completely rubber tire metro system was built in Montreal, Quebec in 1966. Rubber tire metro system? What? Aren't those called buses? Vancouver's stupid trains. Have anybody ever been to Vancouver and seen their stupid trains that run on the electrical wires that are over the street? And so like the street looks like this crisscross mess of cables and shit, and they're running on these sticks that poke out the top of the fucking bus. And like, no, it's not the trains, it's the buses. They're like up, they got these posts sticking out of the bus, and they're running on these just cables all over the sky. It's fucking nonsense shit. I miss subway buskers because I don't live where there is a subway. There's no subways in Pittsburgh? Yes, there are. The Montreal subway runs on rubber tires, not train wheels. Well, that sounds foolish. I'll admit it. Like bumper cars. Yeah, except bumper cars, like the whole ceiling, you can go anywhere. It's like the bumper car sticks that stick out, except they're on these fucking cables. This is not the life I want to interrupt what I want. Well, unfortunately, there's a lot about life that just naturally is not going to be what we want. And that we gotta kind of come to terms with that. Know what I mean? Like we can get upset with it, but there are things that happen in this world that are not within our control, and it doesn't do any good to get mad about. And I'm trying to be better at realizing and recognizing that. I've always thought the cables for trolley cars was god ugly. Yeah, it is. And it cannot be the best use of infrastructure. Like it just... Earth's escape velocity is 11.27 kilometers per second. So get used to being here. I can run really fast. I can't run that fast. 11.27 kilometers. But what I can do is I can become a billionaire. No, I can't, because I'm not already one. I can lose all of my morals and ethics and then become at least a millionaire, probably, and then buy a ticket on one of the ships eventually. To use a millennial term, adultin. Is that a millennial term? I don't know. I don't watch vertical video, so. The closest thing we have to a subway in Dallas is one of our train lines runs underground for about 2 miles. And then it crosses the highway like above ground and like across. It was in Texas, right? We were talking about these off ramps that like they go across lanes of traffic. Back in a bit, dog bath time. Okay. We may or may not be here, Sean. We'll see. I double dog dare you to become a millionaire and buy a ticket for one of those shits. You do whatever. You do whatever you want. You may not be a billionaire, but at least yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do have those. How many squares are you away from a... Is anybody close? Is anybody watching that has a bingo sheet that's like within one? People, it doesn't have to be during the live either. Like the people who got the bingo sheets can watch it after the fact, and like all they have to be able to do is claim that this is my line and this was the date that it happened. And then I can look at that line and be like, yep. In case order to understand T. Whoa. Whoa. Gretchen. That was Gretchenistic. In case order to understand T. I like it. I like it. Will Ferrell would be the first one in that row column, so it doesn't help. Oh. I'm not even close to bingo. Got none of them on the sheet. Because you don't check your inbox. We could go screen share right now. I can go into my email and I can look and show everybody. But then they'll have your email address. So that's not. In order to understand Texas highways, you really need a detailed map or video. I don't need to understand Texas highways. I am never going to go. And so I don't need to understand them. It's not a thing that I'm curious about enough to look into. Did not get the email. You deleted it or something. Do we keep using the same bingo card for September? Yes. It resets at the beginning of every show. Like the points. Like, let's see who's Chris from NL is leading in the points of top fans. It resets every show. So it just you use the same card for every show in September, but it's not cumulative. So during any single week, if you get any single line, don't even know the bingo rules because you signed up at the wrong place. No, you signed up at the right place money-wise. I can send you a bingo sheet if you want. That's what I could do. I could send YouTube members. Do I have their email addresses? I don't think there's anywhere that I have their email addresses. Because the Patreon people get them sent to them by email, and I have all of their email addresses. I have your email address anyway, because we have talked about things. So I'll send you a bingo sheet, Gretchen. But you would win a month of free Patreon membership. So that Mike, please resend me the email. Okay. Not right now, but what points? The points that you get for top fans. And we've never really established how they work, except that you get more of them if you pay me. But also, we think that it's an engagement thing. So the more you talk in the chat, the more points you get, but only to a point. And then to get above that, you have to pay or something. We don't really know. It just showed up suddenly one week. I was like, what is this button? And then I found out that people were getting experience points. You get Chris from NL is at 225 XP right now. We don't know why. How many YouTube members do you have? 5? I think. And for every one of them, I get a bonus $10 from YouTube during my introductory period of, so like if you sign up now, I think still like I get 70% of whatever your membership fee is, and then plus bonus $10 from Google. CP is cheating. Who's CP? What? Chris Bonnell? I don't even know how you get points, really. I think if you pay, it gets you over that cap faster. Yeah, the first time we found out, everybody was stuck at like 150 or something. And then Matt, nope, I don't think it was Matt. Was it Sean? Was it McGill? It might have been McGill. Gave me a couple of bucks, and all of a sudden he had like a couple thousand points. And it was like, oh, so if you pay, you get points. Google are such nice people. Google aren't people. You shut your mouth. I will admit, though, I probably never would have signed up for the YouTube memberships program thing if Google wouldn't have bribed me with cash money. Because I already had a thing. I already had a place for people to pay me if they wanted to. Did all of you know that YouTube memberships are taxed? Well, it's true. I mean, taxed for who? Like, I pay taxes on all of my YouTube revenue. It was me. I gave you the first $1. Oh, that's right. Mikey B gave me $1, and he got a bunch. But then Sean McGill gave me more than you did so that he could pass you. And also because he's a better friend. I am funny. Gretchen, what do you mean that YouTube memberships are taxed? Like, as in, you guys pay sales tax on it? I know that you pay Apple taxes if you use your iPhone. You got to pay more for stuff because Apple. But yeah, I pay taxes on my income from YouTube. In fact, your guys' U.S. government owes me a significant amount of money. Because Canada and the U.S. have a tax treaty, and for like 3 years, they weren't supposed to be taking U.S. income tax off of my YouTube income, and they were. but I don't know how to get that back. But it's like, this is like 30% of my income for like 3 years or something that they were taking before I figured out that like I could fill out this form and have them not do that because they're not supposed to. But I had to fill out a WWB8 or some nonsense form for them to stop doing that. Talk to Tweb. How you doing, my friend? Your past videos inspired me to quit drinking on January 2nd. Hey, nice. Now 8 months sober. That's good to hear, man. Good to hear. If that's what you needed and I could be of some help, I am happy to hear that. And I appreciate hearing that. I was never doing it to be like, let's all do this together or anything. Like, I'm just sharing my journey through the world, and if that helps other people on theirs, that's a good thing, I suppose. City and based on what? Oh, hold on. As a YouTube TV member, you may see sales or communication taxes under blah, 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 blah. Tax rates and types, but yeah, okay. Is this a rant about a social media platform? No, not really. It was a rant about Google taking money from me when they shouldn't have been. Google is not in and of itself a social media platform. Again, if that was your fifth square in a line, an argument could have been made, I suppose, after the fact. When I tried to tell you that you didn't get that line, you could have used that as an argument and possibly, Tyler is the new basic asshole. Who's Tyler? Thanks, man. Welcome to the program, I suppose. Is that TP Guitars, Tyler? He better not be trying to get out of like fretting that guitar. He's like, I'm a member now. I paid you, so I don't have to put the frets in that guitar anymore. Because that's not a thing. Fiber, see you next time, my friend. Tyler's the creator. Maybe. That's a real person, I think. Your honesty and openness made a bigger impact than you probably realize, and I'm truly grateful for it. Well, I appreciate you letting me know. That's what the whole point of this place is. I don't see what the point is of living your life in a way that isn't honest, and part of the way that I live my life is here on the internet. So and that's cool. It makes me very happy to hear that the things that I do make a difference for people. It really does. Like, I think we should all be in some way trying to make a positive impact on the world, however that works for us, however we feel like that can happen. Great, this is all going to his head. Oh yeah, that's me, Mr. Big Ego over here. Mike is inspiring in so many ways. Look at Gretchen too with the compliments. Thanks, you guys. It's very nice. Any minute now, it's gonna just go the complete other direction. You see him trying to get through a door one of these days. Yeah, these days. Yeah, I know, right? With my giant melon and my puffed up chest and my nose in the air. My pinky out when I'm drinking my tea or whatever. Hey, Tom, how are you, my friend? Tom's on Team Mike as well. He's one of my. He actually likes things that I do. He cheers me on and shit. The amount of impact I'm having on my friends and the support I'm given should be returned. Well, yeah. I mean, we should all be trying to make, like I said, we all should be trying to make a positive impact, whatever that means to you, in whatever way that you can. And just be kinder to each other and be better to each other, and then people will be better to you, and then you can be better to other people. It's just like, let's be better people. I find myself inspired by your music. Oh, here it goes. See, any second. I told you, any second. Makes me want to get off the computer and experience real life. See, I told you. I saw the joke coming. I knew it was coming. God, I am smart. You're so predictable. You're so predictable, Paul. Your face is predictable. Ah. This coming week, just so everybody knows, there will probably be a bonus live show, because I am not going to just not open that box that Paul sent. The box of stuff from Paul is on its way. It's been paid for by at least 2 people in various forms, in various amounts. So when it shows up, whatever day that is, I'm going live that night and we're going to open that box. I'm probably not eating the chip that night, but whatever day that shows up, there'll be a live show that night so we can look at all of the goodies. And then you guys can, everybody who's not Paul can feel bad about themselves because they don't also send me boxes full of goodies. Went waterfalling yesterday. Sweet. Waterfalling is cool. Found Lower Moffat Falls, which is tiny right now, but pretty. I know the name Moffat Falls. I don't know how I know that name. I don't necessarily know Lower Moffat Falls. I've definitely heard the term Moffat Falls before. Found a new location for my special papers box. It's, first of all, it's important documents, not special papers. Okay, it's important documents. Actually, I'd have to watch the video again to see if it's... I think it was important documents because she's a very important document kind of person. I was very annoyed. Wow. That's okay. When I tried to find my mother-in-law's insurance card yesterday, it should have been in the important document box. Do cards go in the important document box, though? That's for documents. Cards aren't document. I guess they are. Drove past your in-laws' place. The actual house or like the street that goes to their house? You need to sharpen the bowl gouge. You're not wrong. I think probably right now you're probably correct. My bowl gouge probably does need a sharpen. What, the Paul box will actually arrive? Yes, it has been. He paid a bunch, and then they hit me up for a bunch too, and now it's on its way. I think you're confused between Moffat Falls and Muppet Balls. No, I very rarely get confused between falls and balls. It's very rare. I also went to Moffat Falls. You know it because you drive to Horsefly past your in-laws' place. I've never been to Horsefly, but I may have seen a sign. That might be what I'm thinking. If by their place, there might be a sign that says Moffat Falls or something. Lol. Agreed. Sharpen the one I just sent you. You sent me a bowl gouge? I don't remember that being in the deal. You were supposed to send me one of those, the hooky Allen key inside corner scraper thingies. I don't remember you were going to send me a bowl gouge. I don't know, honestly, what's in the box. I know there's a couple of things that are hopefully supposed to be in the box. There's a really spicy chip. There's a shoulder plane. There's a side bending. There's a pipe bending rig. There's some radius blocks. There's probably some miscellaneous pen blank type material, because that's a thing you do. There's the corner hooky scraper undercut Allen key thing. There's Mexican Cokes. I don't know. There's a box of Paul stuff. There's Telecaster templates. Obviously, that's like the main part of the whole reason the box is coming, I think, was because I wanted Telecaster templates. Yeah, same thing. That's not the same thing. The little hooky scraper thing is not a bowl gouge. Don't even. What's in the box? A telly-shaped label? Oh, of course. It's probably a telly-shaped box. Oh, there's also that walnut-topped thin line thing that, right? Because it didn't sell. Hope there are so many farts. Yeah, there probably are a lot of farts in it too. Hopefully he didn't tape it super good so like they could escape over time, like while it's being transported. Hopefully there's some air exchange. But on the plus side, Paul farts might actually not smell that bad because he can't really eat. So he's 1/3 fucking robot with all of his like replacement parts that he's had put in, and like he can't really eat food. So like maybe his farts aren't that bad. I use mine for scraping the inside of bowls. That's still not a bowl gouge. Just because you use it on the inside of a bowl does not make it an anything gouge, first of all. The walnut telly didn't fit. I should have just used a bigger box. God. Like, this is not a difficult solution. Not eating makes my body process really nasty farts to make up for not getting an abundance of food. Yeah, well, all right. So that's going to suck for me. It's going to smell like WD-40 and burnt hair. Yeah. WD-40 and burnt hair and Texas. Yeah, it's not going to be awesome. Your ability to follow multiple conversations always astounds me. Sometimes. There are times where people will be talking and I'll be like, I'm not sure what that's referencing. But multitasking, Mike. I am exceptional at multitasking. Just ask my boss. I'm constantly on her about the fact that we should not be multitasking all of this. Like, there's abundance of science that says that multitasking is an inefficient way of going through the world. But I'm mad at myself for forgetting the carbide sharpening jig. I just put it in the next random box in 2029 or whatever, when the next box comes. I mean, they'll still be as sharp. Because they'll have been replaced another once, probably between now and then. Another once. Maybe. I don't replace them all that much. The square tip, the radius square tip is due for a new one again. And that'll be probably the third time in 6. Yeah, every 2 years. Every 2 years ish, that one gets a new tip. Every 3 years probably. Multitasking is not a real thing, especially for men, just science. It's not a real thing for human beings. It's, yes, you can do it. Yes, it makes you worse at everything that you're doing. That's the science. Some people are better or worse at doing it, but anybody who does it is worse at the things they are doing than they would be were they not multitasking. And less efficient. So worse at and less efficient at. We're going to talk about science. I'm only 54 minutes into the show. I have no idea how long this show has been going because my clock reset. It is 8:30 though, so I can kind of get an idea that we're coming up on 3 hours, actually. In about 15 minutes, we'll be at 3 hours, and that's plenty. So 2:45. Yep. We're going to start getting things kind of along their way towards wrapping up. In terms of score on the Teriyaki Experience Sweet Chili Teriyaki Sauce, I'm going to reserve my score for now because of how many flavors were involved in that dish. I can't really properly attribute this in terms of, I think it's probably sweeter than I want it to be and not quite as spicy as I want it to be. But I have to reserve that decision to sometime when I don't have a bunch of other flavors and things interacting. But I will give it a tentative. It's tentatively 6.7. As of right now, without further investigation, 6.7 for a little bit too sweet. Oh, Paul leaving? Gonna head out. Okay, later, man. We'll see you on the show where we open your box. I'll message you when it shows up and tell you that we're going live that night. I scooped a discontinued Veritas tool I wanted. Only double price from what it was when it was available 10 years ago. Well, hey, you should have got two. Have you seen the new low angle jack? The Veritas tweaked the low angle jack. And they got a V2 or whatever now. It's pretty sexy. It's pretty Do a shot of it. Hold on. I'm not going to do a whole shot, but we'll give it a sip. Roll it around in there for a minute. Yeah, as expected. Pretty sweet. But yeah, a little undercurrent of the chili. It's pretty good as a teriyaki sauce, but a little bit too sweet. I think they could have just gone with the chili teriyaki and left off the sweet chili teriyaki, because I think teriyaki itself is already sweet enough, especially if you get it from the teriyaki trees in teriyaki Italy. Which, I mean, all genuine teriyaki comes from there. I see other YouTube lives that are not flipped. It's because they are not using the front-facing camera on their phone. Most YouTube lives actually have proper camera equipment, and it's run through a computer. This is just through the app, front-facing camera on my phone, go. And so most actual YouTubers who do this like for real, yeah, aren't going to have this problem. True, but females use more parts of their brains to perform functions, so they technically multifunction. However, no human can actually use two parts of their brain at the same time. These are all true statements. I'm just saying, it's not a good idea for anybody, regardless of genitalia. Super close to the same. Differences are closed nose, adjustable mouth. Oh, and it's got a little pointy on the one part, right there. It's hard backwards. Right there. It's got a little and the thumb, the thumb part on the side. I don't want to take them off the shelf because Pinnell wants me to take them off the shelf. But the little thumb divot is a different shape, and there's some subtle aesthetic differences as well. Same price. Old low angle jack still available for a while. Yeah, I just kind of want the new one because it's a slightly different and sexier shape. And that makes it cooler. And I probably won't get it, but there's a reason that I said the word probably. And I think it also has, it's got the little, the threaded spots for the fence, the foot or whatever that the add on. Functionally, the closed toe is the only thing I see on it, and holes on the side for the tech fence. Yeah, right? Better not to do more than one thing at a time. Yeah, always. Can you bring it closer to show us? I can bring you closer to it. So the thumb divot is a different shape, and it's got a little sort of hooky hook in this part right here. I don't recommend, be honest, I don't recommend like a mouthful. It's not great as a beverage. Do you see the official notice that Florida is dangerous for travel to with children? Well, I mean, it's just don't go there anyway. Fucking garbage city. I'm Florida tonight. Florida is getting tonight. I just said a couple weeks ago, or like a little while back, it was it Arkansas that I decided to just shit on for no reason. Today, it's Florida. Except there's reasons. Arkansas, there's probably reasons too, honestly, but not that night. What was we figured out that somebody has a coastline, a chunk of coastline that shouldn't. Was it Alabama or something? Somebody that's like, it's got like a little, like penis part that goes down to the coast. It'll give you the runs. I don't know if it'll give me the runs, but it's like it's too thick and sweet and goopy for like a mouthful of it. One more smokerette, and then we'll get out of here. Louisiana? Was it Louisiana that had, no, because I knew Louisiana had coast. It was somebody that's like, it's an inland state, but it's got like the little like wiener bit apparently, and I was like, no, it doesn't. That goes down and touches the Gulf of Mexico or something. Maybe it was Arkansas. Oh, Marv did backsies too. I'm gonna guess that I think I probably know why Marv did backsies though. Marv doesn't do typo backsies. Marv does like I maybe shouldn't have said that backsies. No, I didn't. Fearsome, but nothing coming out of that country surprises me at the moment. This is a very diplomatic way for you to say that. Well done. It was a typo, Baxi? Don't do typo, Baxies. Never seen a reason to go to Florida. I have gone to Florida. Florida is one of the states I have gone to. Lived in the U.S. my entire life, and my family has gone there probably without you. It's hot and sticky. I'll never forget the feeling of getting off the plane in Orlando. I was probably, I don't know, 12, 13. And when you get off the plane in Orlando, it's like getting hit in the face with like a humid, hot fart. It's just like, it's not that much different actually than getting off the plane in Pearson in Toronto in the middle of the summer. It's just this like wave of like gross that hits you in the face. Alabama, maybe. Oh, it was the Alabama because they got they call it the something shores. Yeah, it was Alabama. I was like, Alabama doesn't have coast. And then it's got a little that hangs down, and it's called the something shores. Okay, kids, gotta run. Have a good night. See you Thursday. Yep. Yeah, you will. For bearing replacement. Very true. Which part? You win funniest tonight? Bennett wins funniest? I think I was funniest. He wasn't even here for like half of it. There's no way. No way. Remember how I associate myself more with Minnesota than Wisconsin, as I live on the border. Yeah, I don't remember that, but you can associate with whatever. The last week of ice coming to St. Paul, Minnesota is exactly why. Ice not welcome here. Thanks, Marv. Yeah, no, no. About Toronto being hot and gross. Yeah, when I got off the plane in the middle of the summer at Pearson, it took me back to 12-year-old me getting off the plane in Orlando. Top Mic of the Night award. No. This guy. Yeah, Pinnell's not going to watch this week's video, not because it's music, but because it's music without Mikey B in it. I rescheduled my Tumbler Ridge trip until the end of September. Hopefully the smoke clears by then. Yeah, I can imagine. I hear crickets. I had one in my shop earlier. I don't hear him anymore, but the outside ones for sure. Yeah, we get lots. We get a good batch of crickets once in a while. Like, it's kind of peaceful, actually. So, some periods of the year, there's a section of the year where the creek down the way. Hold on, I'm gonna close this for lighting. We got a creek that's just over there, maybe like a football field away. And there are certain points, certain times of the year where the frogs do like a chorus down there. And it's so weird. Like, I don't know what it is. They do like crescendos and then just quiet. Like, there's like probably thousands of them, and then you can hear and it's just quiet, and then they start up again. It's super cool. It is weird though, but it's kind of cool. And then there's certain times of the year where we just get a lot of crickets, and it's kind of nice too. Actually, I'll be honest. I like crickets as like a chorus background sound. I need another Fresca. Need to go to sleep is what I need to do. I need to pack up the rest of this rice into something, and then maybe I'll finish this. Maybe I'll finish this one. That's the one with the steak in it. Better turn a bowl to put that rice in. I got a couple over here. And this one. That would have been a good rice bowl. With the little... You guys remember this one? No, Sean, you weren't here for this one. This was the live show at the last live show at the Crow's Nest, where the lathe was bouncing all over the place. That's a beauty. That is. I use a YouTube 10-hour white noise channel to sleep. Might look for one with crickets tonight. That'd be good. A nice, like, a wilderness audio that's not monetized, so you're not getting interrupted by commercials. And yeah, there's crickets, then frogs, and then maybe like a little deer walks past and like nibbles on some leaves. Nice work. Yeah, that was an ordeal. That one was. I didn't enjoy almost anything about that. Actually, that was a pretty bad night of turning. Actually. I caught some of the lathe dancing around. When were you there? Oh yeah, you were there for, yeah, that's right. Because I messaged you after and I was like, have you ever seen a fucking lathe dancing like that before? And we talked about there was just nothing that I could have done. Yeah, that wasn't good. It turned out pretty good, but it wasn't a fun. The table was not substantial enough. Well, the table, like, it wasn't, even if that table was substantial, you know, I could have bolted the lathe to the table and then bolted the table to the floor. Maybe. But I saw some of that turn too. I love that kind of chaos. Oh yeah, no, it was super fun. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Off to bed. All right, later, Tom. That bowl is a beaut. That bowl is one of my better ones. Yeah, that was a good one. More mass in the table would have handled the vibrations quite a bit better. Your face needs mass. in a table. Anyway, it is what it is. I got through it. I'm going to get the bearings flipped or switched on my lathe on Thursday, and then I'm going to have a functioning lathe in my shop again, and I can start pumping out. The goal is to start churning, not churning, but I want to do like once in a while, spend an afternoon and do like 3 or 4 turning videos in an afternoon, because I can crush those out. Just like I turn a bowl, whatever. And then I can have those things, edit them together, and just have them sitting there waiting for when I have a gap in my production or whatever. And it's like, it'd be a turning video a week. Here, I've got one. Boom. Do 3 or 4 in an afternoon, edit them, process them, get them ready to go, have them waiting. And then maybe a couple weeks later, I'll do another 3 or 4, and I'll get a backlog of like a dozen of them, and they're just ready to go. Christmas market stuff, don't. Oh, you're right, but don't. I'm not ready to start thinking about Christmas market stuff. And you're right that I absolutely should. But let's not yet. I mean, I still, like, I make every time I have a turning class, I make a thing that can go on a market table. So it's not like I'm not still making things. Oh, I have that. Anybody remember 3 years ago, I made live on the show a little tea tray? Anybody remember this? This little tea tray thing that I made like at least 3 years ago. And then we're gonna do an epoxy pour in the bottom of it. Actually, we did an epoxy pour. We did a little bit of like sort of like cooking show where, okay, now we've made the thing and now we take the thing out of the oven. And we did an epoxy pour in the bottom of one of these. And my boy John bought it at the Christmas market that year. The one that I made on that show is still kicking around, and I just like I gotta sand it and finish it and do the epoxy pour, and that's another thing for my market booth. So that is still a thing. Found that randomly a little while ago. $110 days till Christmas. Yeah. So that means 90. Market's on the 7th. So I'm not a math guy, but that's less than 100 days. I remember that. You did the cooking TV magic. Yeah, we made one. I made one previous that just needed the epoxy fill. And then we made another one up until that point, got it in clamps, and then did the epoxy. So I've still got that one to sand and finish and epoxy. So that's a thing that's already almost ready. At some point, I got to make a damn bass guitar. It's all fine. We're just making our way through the world, you guys, as best we can. Trying to make a difference in a positive way, whatever that means, at any given time. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I will see you, I would guess, possibly Monday night, according to DHL. My box is supposed to get here on Monday. So if that's the case, Monday night, we'll do a live and we'll look at all of the goodies that Paul sent. But if it's not here on Monday, maybe it's Tuesday. There will be a bonus live in the next few days. And then back to our regularly scheduled whatnots. Make sure that you have hit the thumb button if you have not hit the thumb button. Check out today's video if you wouldn't mind, and give me some love on that as well, because I need it. Bye, everybody.